Good morning, boys and girls. We are on page 106 and we are on lesson 20. Make sure you are turning to the correct page number. For the first question, they ask you to divide and then check with multiplication. So that's what we will be doing. First, we are going to divide and we will have a remainder, and then we are going to check our answer to see if it is correct. So the first one has been done for you as an example. You can refer to it if you want to look at the example. We're going to start with problem number B, or problem B. So problem B, it says 89 divided by 29. 89 is my dividend and 21 is my divisor, the number that goes on the outside. I'm figuring out how many times does 21 go into 89. 21, I'm estimating in my head. I can round 21 to 20 and 89 to 90, and I'm guessing 21 can go into 89 about 4 times. So I'm multiplying times 4. So 4 times 1 is equal to 4. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. And I get 84. Now I am going to subtract. 9 minus 4 is equal to 5. So that means that my remainder is equal to 5. Now to find my answer, or to check my answer, what I'm doing is multiplying 21 times 4. And 21 times 4 is equal to 84. And then I'm adding 5. So right here, you see that we get 84, and now I'm adding 5. 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. I bring down my 8. My final answer is 89, which is the same answer that I get in my dividend. Okay, so both of them are correct, and that is my answer. Now I'm going to move on to the next problem. I'm going to use a different color pen so you guys I don't know if it will help you, but I'll use a different color pen. So the next problem we have is 94 divided by 33. 94 is a number that is my dividend. It goes inside. And 33 is my divisor, the number that goes outside. I'm thinking, how many times can 33 go into 94? I know that 30 times 3 is equal to 90, but 33 is bigger than 90. So what I'm going to try is 2. Okay, so I'm going to multiply. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. And 2 times 3 is also equal to 6. So I get 66. Now I'm going to subtract. I know that 4 cannot subtract from 6, so I'm going to regroup. 14 minus 6 is equal to, 14 minus 6 is equal to 8, and 9 changes to an 8. I'm going to write that small right there so you guys can see it. And 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. So I get 28 as my remainder. So I have remainder 28. Now this is super important. Your remainder should never be bigger than your divisor. If your remainder is bigger than your divisor, then your answer is incorrect, and you need to go back and see if you can choose a bigger number, okay? Just so you guys know. Now to check your answer, you're going to multiply 33 times 2. 33 times 2 is equal to 66, and then I'm going to add 28, my remainder, to see if I get the same answer. 6 plus 8 is equal to 14. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8, plus 1 is equal to 9. So my final answer is 94, and my dividend is also 94. So that means that I multiplied and subtracted and divided correctly. Now, over here I have 67 divided by 19. 67 is going to be my number that is my dividend. It goes inside. And 19 is my divisor. It is a number that goes outside. The first number always goes inside as your dividend, and your second number will always go outside as your divisor. Okay, so now I am going to be multiplying. 9 times 3 is equal to 27. 3 times 1 is equal to 3. And 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. So I get 57. So 3 times 19 is equal to 57. I'm going to subtract. 7 minus 7 is equal to 0. 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. My remainder is equal to 10. Now I'm going to add 10. 57 plus 10 to find if my answer is correct. 7 plus 0 is equal to 7. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. 67 and 67 in the dividend is the same. So my answer is correct. And now I can move on to the next problem. Now I have problem E. I have 79 divided by 25. Now I'm thinking of quarters when I think of the number 25. So I have 79. I know that 3 quarters is equal to 75 cents. So that's why I'm multiplying 5 times 3, which is equal to 15, 3 times 2, which is equal to 6, and 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. I get 75. So I'm going to write right here 3, and I'm going to write down 75. 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. 7 minus 7 is equal to 0. So my remainder is 4. Now I'm going to add my remainder to number 75. 75 plus 4 is equal to 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Writing down my 7, I get 79. 79 for checking, and also my dividend is the same, so my answer is correct. Now over here, I have 83 divided by 21. I know that 83 is my number that goes inside as my dividend, and 21 is my number that it goes outside as my divisor. Now I'm thinking in my head, how many times can 21 go into 83? I'm going to round my number 21 to 20 and 83 to 80. And 21 goes into 83 approximately about 3 times, because I think if I put 4 times, it might go a little over. 3 times 1 is equal to 3. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. I get 63. So I'm going to write down 83 minus 63. 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. 8 minus 6 is equal to 20. I have my remainder 20. So my remainder 20, and I have my divisor is 21. I know that this is fine because my remainder is not bigger than my divisor, which is right. So now I'm going to add 863 plus 20. 3 plus 0 is equal to 3. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. So I get 83. 83 and 83 are the same, and the divisor in my answer, so that is correct. Now I'm going to move on to page 107. On page 107, it says a 91 square foot bathroom has a length of 13 feet. What is the width of the bathroom? So I have 13, and I'm trying to figure out how many times can 13 go into 91. Now, this problem is an area problem. That means that they're asking you to solve what is area is equal to base times height. So they're asking you to multiply 13 times the number to get 91. The easiest way to do that is to divide. So I'm dividing 13 divided by 91 to find my answer. I'm trying to figure out in my head how many times can 13 go into 91. I'm going to round 13 to 10 and figure out how many times can 10 go into 91, and maybe do a little less than that number. So maybe 13 times 7 I'm going to try. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 2 is equal to 8. So 81. That seems about close. So I'm going to write down here 7. And I'm going to write down 81. I know that 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. And 9 minus 8 is equal to 10. So my remainder is equal to 10. So that means the width is about 7 feet. Okay? Because they're asking me what is the width of the bathroom. So about 7 feet, and there's probably a remainder of 10 inches or so. Now, problem number 3. While preparing for a morning conference, Principal Corsetti is laying out 8 dozen bagels on separate plates. Each plate contains or holds 14 bagels. So I'm picturing in my head the principal, and he's laying out 8 dozen bagels. And we know that the word dozen means 12. So 8 dozen means 8 times 12 bagels on separate plates. And I know that each plate can hold 14 bagels. So we know that there are a bunch of plates, and he wants to put bagels on each plate. That's what I'm picturing in my head. Now, how many plates of bagels will Mr. Corsetti have? So now I'm going to divide 14 divided by 8 times 12. 8 times 12 is equal to 96. 8 times 2 is equal to 16. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9, so I get 96. So I'm going to write that down, 96. Right? So I'm writing down 96. Wait. I don't know why I wrote that right there. I'm figuring out that this number is 96, and I don't know why I plugged it in right there, but 96 stays here, so that's where I'm getting this problem. 14 and 96. 96 is your dividend, and 14 is your divisor. Now I'm trying to figure out how many times can 14 go into 96. I'm going to try 14 times 6 and see if that works. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So I get 84. I'm going to subtract. I know that 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. 9 minus 8 is equal to 1. So my remainder is 12. So he's going to need 7 plates, and the reason being is because he's not going to throw away those 12 remaining bagels. We're going to put it on another plate. So he needs to have 7 plates in all to fit all of his bagels on there. Okay? Now the last problem, how many more bagels would be needed to fill the plate with bagels? So the final plate will have 12 bagels. So he will need 2 more bagels in order to fill that plate because we know that there's a remainder of 12. So that's the number where I'm getting 12 from. Okay? So please let me know if you have any questions in class and we can talk about it.